What's up, guys? Game Fiend of all games here, aka Dante, or whichever way you want it. This is Dramascripted Saturday, not on a Saturday, but this is, if you're new here, this is a wrestling show where I go over the most notable things that happened in the past week of wrestling and how I start off every Dramascripted. I start off with the ratings, and we got Raw at 1.6 million, NXT with 400,000, and we have AEW with 930,000. And I'm just gonna go a quick rundown review of all the major shows, like quick what's standing out the most from each show. Let me go to my notes. So we are still doing this OC versus Judgment Day. So they had a segment on Raw, again, OC with Judgment Day, and Maya Yim returned. So she's back and she's with the OC. So now they have a match for Judgment Day's Rhea Ripley. And it's gonna look like it's gonna go to like a Survivor Series War Games match. It's gonna be the OC versus Judgment Day. This is like what they're building to. I'm interested to see how that's going to go. Other notable things that happened on Raw is, Shelton had a backstage segment with Austin Theory, challenged him to a match. Austin Theory won said match. So Shelton Benjamin lost his match. Cedric Alexander had a match he lost. Bobby Lashley lost his match at Crown Jewel. There's rumors going around that they may bring that stable back. They may bring them back. They may bring back Bobby Lashley, Cedric Alexander, and Shelton Benjamin back as the Hurt Business. It looks like they might be coming back. I don't know. They're planting seeds. It looks like it's as we all know, the Hurt Business ended way too soon. It was neither one of the Hurt Business's idea for them to end soon. And Omos lost because Omos lost that Crown Jewel as well. So Hurt Business plus Omos with MVP as the manager? Unstoppable force if that happens. I'd be hyped for it. I'm down for it. I hope they do it. Let's see what happens. Nikki Cross is apparently with Damage Control. Kind of weird because when Nikki Cross came back to be Nikki Cross after coming back from Nikki Ash, she comes back and fucks up everyone. But now it was with Damage Control and then taking orders from Bayley, winning the 24/7 title from Dana Brooke, and then just having Nikki Cross throw it in the trash can, but missing the trash can, by the way. So I think that's indirectly saying that the 24/7 title is dead. It had its run for 2 years. I think it was 2.5 years. Had its run. It's over. It could always still be brought back. You could have something about like how Drake Maverick randomly finds it in the trash. That'd be a good way to bring it back. But if they were to bring it back, it's probably not going to be for a very, very long time, or it could just stay retired. So that happened on Monday. And then we have the major thing that everyone's talking about. So Seth freaking Rollins does an open challenge for the U.S. title. Ali shows up on the Titantron backstage saying that he wants to challenge for it and he's about to come out. Bobby Lashley comes from behind him, wrecks his shit. Ali's trying to get back into the picture frame. Bobby Lashley wrecks his shit again. Bobby Lashley then comes to the ring, wrecks Seth Rollins' shit. Then Austin Theory runs out like a mad maniac, and then he cashes in the Money in the Bank on a mid-card title. Okay. He hits the A-Town down. Bobby Lashley drags Austin Theory off of the pin. Bobby Lashley wrecks Austin Theory shit. He puts him in the half Nelson hold. leaves him in the middle of the ring. When he comes through, Seth freaking Rollins, Kurt stomps him, pins him 1, 2, 3. Austin Theory is no longer your Money in the Bank holder. I think so. Two things happen. It looks like we're doing this, Bobby being a heel and Seth being a face. Austin Theory doesn't have anything anymore, and it seems that was left of the Vince McMahon era. Vince McMahon brought back introduced the 24/7 championship, which is indirectly it was a bad remake of the hardcore 24/7 title. And Austin Theory being Money in the Bank briefcase. Those are the last two things that was left from the Vince era. Now that's all gone. That's all gone. So now we have a fresh reset. There's nothing left from Vince's era that's on the Raw or the SmackDown. So now we're going to start fresh. It's interesting to see where Austin Theory is going to go from here. I don't think obviously it was like his career is not over. He's 24? Yeah. If he already gets a crowd reaction. Fans hate him. He already gets that crowd reaction from the fans, the boos and stuff. So he gets that reaction. So he's only going to get better. So he has, if he stays healthy, 10 years minimum. 10 years left in this business. And even at that 10-year mark, he still would only be 34. So he has a long career ahead of him. He has a long career ahead of him. So I'm not really worried about Austin Theory's career. So on to the notable things that happened in AEW's Dynamite. We have Samoa Joe, who turns on Wardlow and then chokes him out. And then the previous week, we had Powerhouse Hobbs just thrash Wardlow, and then Powerhouse Hobbs picks up the TNT title. So I think this is leading to probably a triple threat match at Full Gear. Wardlow versus Powerhouse Hobbs versus Samoa Joe for the TNT title, which is, I don't want to say weird, because Samoa Joe already has the ROH TV title. So I guess they're trying to make, I don't think they would go that route. I would say the correct route is either have Wardlow retain, if they do the match, have Wardlow pin Powerhouse Hobbs, or have Powerhouse Hobbs win the title from Wardlow, like pin Wardlow in the triple threat. If in that way, Samoa Joe's ROH TV title thing, he still looks strong as a champion because he wasn't involved in any decisions. I highly doubt they're gonna have Samoa Joe win and have both titles. I highly doubt that, but we'll see. Saraya, I'm just gonna say Paige, but it's Paige, that was her name in WWE. She's officially cleared to wrestle. It was a very, very good, emotional, true promo that Paige and Britt Baker had on Dynamite. Paige saying basically Britt Baker's just a 3-year rookie handpicked by Tony Khan, which that could be true. Paige saying she's traveled all over the world. She's been doing this for like a very long time and she's young. And then Britt Baker's saying that, she's trying to make a name for herself from the company that fired her. So, very, very good promo segment. And then, Paige ending the segment with hitting her finisher move, which was at the time when she was in WWE called the Rampage, that DDT. And then the match, Saraya versus Britt Baker at Full Gear. So that match should be good. Then we got another Elite trailer package. They're basically they're gonna come back at Full Gear and just win back the trio titles. That's what that seems like. And then the main event, Sammy Guevara versus Daniel Bryanson. Very, 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 very good, fucking fantastic match. Sammy Guevara getting himself disqualified, beating the living pulp out of Daniel Bryan. That's how Daniel Bryan gets the first victory. Then Sammy Guevara, after beating the crap out of him, making everybody breathe, hits the GTH, getting his pinfall, and then Sammy, Dan Bryan go at it with strikes, high flying action from Sammy, until it ends with Daniel Bryan putting Sammy Guevara in the label lock, and then even putting it into the Rings of Saturn, for those who remember that submission. And then Sammy Guevara tapped out. Both people look very, very strong in this match. It was an extremely good match. I recommend you guys go back and watch that match if you guys haven't watched it. And then we're going to go on to SmackDown. So, Usos versus New Day started it off. Usos win the match, and they're going to get the record. I think it's 498 days as champion. That's what's going to come on Monday. They're going to get the record. They beat the New Day. So they're going to, in history, they're going to be the longest, which is today, yeah. They're going to be the longest reigning tag team champions in WWE history, which is good. Then we had a random 6-pack challenge for the number one contender for the SmackDown Women's title, and Shotzi's won. Shotzi's won it. Well, people, I think they would, give Liv Morgan back her rematch, but they didn't. But then again, that'll be the third. But then again, WWE doesn't really care about doing threes. But that would have been the third match between Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey for the title. But didn't do that. Someone new. Shotzi's is getting her match at Survivor Series. Ronda Rousey versus Shotzi's for the SmackDown Women's title. I'm interested. Something new. I'm interested. Something new. Something different. Interested in that. Hit Row comes out for their match, and then during their match, the Viking Raiders come out with Sarah Logan, and then the Viking Raiders just wreck everyone. And Sarah Logan already looked like a Viking Raider before she was a Viking Raider, so this just looks perfect. So now they got their stable, so we may see Hit Row versus the Viking Raiders. So, but yeah, that's perfect. And then the final segment, obviously the Bloodline without Sami Zayn, which is weird. Ever since Saudi Arabia, Sami Zayn hasn't been on television. I guess we'll get some news onto why, storyline-wise. But Sami Zayn hasn't been on television, which I find odd. I don't know what they're leading up to. But SmackDown ends with Roman about to acknowledge the Usos, because, they're now going to be the longest tag champs, with Roman being the longest Universal champ. And then the Brawling Brutes come out, and then Sheamus is back from injury. They rush the ring, and now they got Drew McIntyre in hand, and they just have a full all out brawl. So it looks like that War Games match is going to be the Brawling Brutes with Drew McIntyre versus the Bloodline. Obviously, Sami Zayn is going to get thrown into this, and it just ended with a stare down between Drew McIntyre and Solo. So, I mean, even though the Usos already beat the Brawling Brutes, this is good. We're going to have the Brawling Brutes versus the Bloodline. That's probably going to be the main event War Games match for Survivor Series. I'm interested in it. Can't wait to see it. Yeah, just good stuff all around. Very entertaining week in wrestling. If I just say I was thoroughly enjoyed everything. So I would have thought the way how Crown Jewel finished, we're probably gonna have Team Jake and Logan Paul versus the Bloodline for Survivor Series, but I guess with Logan tearing all those ligaments, obviously he won't be ready anytime soon. He's going to be out for like 8 months to fix that. They just went with the Brawling Brutes, and we're probably going to see that somewhere down the line. Depends what WWE wants to do. But that's going to wrap this up for this week's Dramascripted. We'll try to get a Dramascripted out every week, hopefully on a Saturday. And if you like what you witnessed, please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, guys, I'm Dante, aka Game FIFA Games, and I'm out of here. Later, and peace. Be safe, everyone.